everybody. It's Dsmoovee, Voice of the Streets. Look, if you tapping in right now, you see me. It's a little different. The space is a little different. Shout out to TV Studio. Shout out to Key Productions, and big shout out to Andy and T Strong for coming through. Look, if you see, man, this is a little bit more intimate. And today I have Miss Keysha Barnhart in the studio with me. And look, she's amazing. Business analyst by day, business manager by night, and a notary, and she's a serial entrepreneur. Like, she does everything. So I had to bring her up here to talk to her about everything she has going on. So, Miss Keysha, thank you so much for coming up. We appreciate you. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the world. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you do.
It is a pleasure. I am Keysha Barnhart. I mean, he kind of laid it all out.
I did a little bit.
I go by I am Keysha on pretty much every platform. I am, like you said, a business analyst by day. I'm a business manager for local businesses in the St. Louis area. Notary. I am a mother of an 8-year-old that's going on 45. I'm everywhere. I volunteer for Live for Life, so I'm just all about St. Louis.
You are a mother that needs to be cash apping some Robux after you're done. So.
Hey, don't tell my business, man. You know, he wasn't playing about that. That's really my employer. That's my boss.
He ain't playing about that. So let's dive right in, because I want to know, like, kind of where you kind of started from. Was business something that you always wanted to do? Was that something like that you always envisioned yourself doing?
Well, you know, I'm a big sister. I'm the oldest of the family, so we're automatically the house manager. So I've always been managing things. And with me being analytical and working the day for a major healthcare company, I have friends starting their own businesses, and I would proofread for them, or I would make this, make a form or anything like that, and they're like, this is what you should do. Like, I come to you for helping with putting my LLCs on sosmo.gov, and so you should just do this. So I was like, I guess I could just be an assistant for folks. And then, St. Louis is top for female entrepreneurs, and really just entrepreneurship in general. So I'm like, it's got to be clientele here. It's people who need someone who can give us some time back, because while folks are here focused on their passion and what their business is about, they have admin tasks they don't want to do or don't have time to do, and that's where I come in. And with it, I get perks to be a part of things I didn't think I would be a part of. Like, I have a client that has bodybuilding competitions. I had never.
Shout out to Q.
Yes, I love Q.
Yeah.
We go to Atlanta, we go to Texas, we have shows around the world, basically, or we will around the world. We're gonna speak that into existence around the U.S. for now. Yeah. But I'm behind stage. I'm meeting different people. I'm basically helping orchestrate a show, and I had not had any experience with that. But learning on the fly and having people around you that support you and just say, hey, you got it. Like, this is what we do. This is what we need from you. It just helps me expand my craft.
I love the fact that you're so business oriented, and every time I see you, like, it's always this. And we know somebody who's personally like that. Shout out to Key, who's just really strict about their business.
You got to be.
How did you even become that? Like, to be that, like, this businesswoman that so many people look up to today?
Honestly, I got to shout that out to my mama. When I think back, I don't know if y'all remember, they had the flea market on Hanley and 270 back in the day.
Okay.
My mama was in there. I'm in elementary school, and she's in there making jackets that have, like, side profiles of women with different hairstyles and actual jewelry on the jackets, and just selling stuff. She would have garage sales, but I'm selling jewelry. I'm selling lemonade. So I got started at a young age really with her and watching her, even though she was technically a housewife at that point. She was making her own income on the side, and she had a hustle about her. So I get that from her.
Okay, that's what's up. So, and I'm not the type of person, like, I don't like to focus on the negative, but I did see that, you said that you were in a cult and you did escape. Talk to me about that, because that's a life. That's a different part of your life that I don't think a lot of people know about.
A lot of people don't, and I don't want to obviously be disrespectful to people who are still part of that religious cult. But for myself, being in a situation where I have my own thoughts and ideas, and I'm constantly being told what I need to think and do, and then also on top of that, I was married, so I got to be submissive to this person who is not necessarily following what they say he should do, but I'm still required to. So it was a lot. And I actually have an Instagram page dedicated to people who have also left. And I get people who reach out to me. I have discussions with them on how to talk to their family members. So for me, I'm privileged in that it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
I had parents who weren't always involved in it, so they still allowed me to have some bit of normalcy. Yeah. Whereas there are people who grew up in it the whole time. They're 3-4 generations in. They don't know anything else. But I think my parents coming in later and having that normalcy, and now none of us are involved, it's a major difference. Now I get to show people what it's like once you do leave, because you know they also kind of put that on your heart or in your mind that it's bad out there. If you leave, it's you know it's you're gonna be by the wayside. You won't have anybody. And if you follow every rule, it's set up so that if you do leave, you won't have anybody because everyone else there is supposed to shun you. So it's 1,000 people in Missouri, in St. Louis right now that if they see me at Schnucks, they're not supposed to speak to me. And that's something I have to bear with every day. But my Instagram account has maybe 400 or something followers on that, but I get like 7,000, 8,000 impressions a month because I got people talking to me. I'm doing reels and all of that. And I even helped them, some students in Durham, UK reached out to me to help interview an author who wrote a book about leaving it. And I got to join on and ask her questions too. So just the opportunities with being able to help other people see a different side, I'm definitely enjoying that more so than the regret I feel for the years I was in there.
Absolutely. Being a survivor's advocate is something that a lot of people, they're not courageous enough to do that.
Yeah.
And you seem like you handle it majestically. Talk to us about that. Like, how do you still keep yourself up and keep your normalcy, even though that's part of your past life?
Honestly, having a schedule, having a routine. I'm slacking a little bit. I ain't worked out like I'm supposed to be, but I normally get up.
You went Q. Q is not letting you slack like that.
Q actually reached out to me and was like, "Hey, come out to the gym. I'll train you." And I said, "I'm never gonna lie to you. I live in Tower Grove. Your gym is in Maryland Heights. I'm not gonna come out there. I'm not." I got a punching bag at home. I got a elliptical. I got stuff at home. I just ain't been doing it.
Yeah.
But when I actually, I get up in the morning. I meditate. I listen to my music. I listen to good affirmations. I pull my card for a daily affirmation. Work out. Get my son on the bus. Start my day. So as long as I keep a routine and just really, again, be thankful for the fact that I can be out here, because there are still some people who cannot. I just keep that focus. And you know how my schedule is. Half the time I'm too busy. I don't have time to think about it. I'm moving from...
Can I let them know, so originally this interview was scheduled for February. Keysha was so busy, she had to push it all the way back to, March?
Yeah, I had to push it back about 4 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm going to slow down in May. I will.
Sure?
That's the plan. But I'm scheduled out to April 29th right now. My calendar is color-coded, it's ready. It's even at work, I have different meetings for different states, and my calendar is color-coded. This state is important, let me hop on this call. You have to. You got to be organized.
It's something about women, because y'all are really so, divulged in organization, because we just be all over the place.
Yeah, y'all just show up where I need to be.
Yeah,
okay, I'll be there.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to get to that part of you. The organization, being able to manage people. How did you kind of fall into that space?
Well, like I said, my day job, I am a business analyst for a healthcare company, so that's part of what I do during the day. And prior to that, I was a trainer or an assistant trainer. Mm-hmm. So I was helping people learn the job, and now I'm a lead, so I have people under me that I'm still kind of guiding along, but I'm the only one that does my position. So you have to. You have no choice but to be able to organize your day and really just delegate stuff too. So that's also important, to be able to delegate. So once I started into the businesses, and being honest, I learned a lot just from working with Q directly, with Rock Body Academy. I'm gonna keep shouting them out. I learned a lot from working with him, because when I started, I had certain tasks, and I was used to dealing with women. And so, they could tell me exactly what they need, but I could be on a call with my guy, and he'd be like, I don't know, what you think? So I had to learn how to add leading questions. To help him continue to be the boss that he is, and tell me what needs to be done. But with that, at first, I was just doing virtual assistant work. So really, somebody tells me, do this, do that. With him, that's why I decided to take on more of a business manager role. And I do also oversee vendors and additional things, because that's more of what he needed. Yeah. So it's you have to be flexible. You got to be adaptable in your businesses. And as long as you're still doing what you enjoy or finding something you enjoy, that's what's important. I feel like there's no reason to be stagnant. I have a client that I signed an NDA for, because I proofread her books, and she's shopping them for movies. So don't make my head big. It took a long time to get these braids already.
Sign NDAs, you're important.
Yeah, but so it's all over the place, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it. And I appreciate my supervisors at work too, because they understand what's going on. When I was involved with 314 Day and I told them I need to be off Friday, they was like, oh yeah, we got whatever you need to do. Mm-hmm. I leave early to volunteer at Live for Life gym every other Tuesday.
Shout out to
and yeah, they just, so having a main job, because I need to have money. So I ain't to the point yet. Shout out to entrepreneurs who went straight in. I'm too scary to not have a consistent check. I ain't made it there yet. But shout out to having, an employer that allows me and knows I have other businesses and allows me to pursue them.
Absolutely.
I take off and go out of town. I'm going to Dallas for a show next month, and they have no issues with any of that because I do my job.
I love it because one thing that I always, and like I said, that I always notice, because I be like silently paying attention to people. Honestly, I do.
In the corner.
Yeah, I do be like. Like that.
That's why we matching.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew my style. You knew I love some army fatigue, and you done came matching me.
And then you got the black on too. So look, I don't know what we thought about this morning, but obviously it was the same thing.
Clearly.
Getting back to 314 Day, you mentioned that and your involvement with that. I just want to talk to you a little bit about that because it went fantastically. And shout out to Q and everybody over at 314 Day. Talk to us about that.
So I was specifically involved with the expo that was at the Armory. So we were in charge of getting like fitness instructors there to do a free class, and get over, some sight into maybe getting more people to come to their classes after that. And we were there to set up. We got to meet some amazing businesses. And then with everything else they set up on a Friday, I was a part of the coffee kickoff. I got to go to Wellston and help, pack up food to feed the unhoused. So I appreciate having an opportunity to get back into the community. Always.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Shout out to the Hunts Foundation.
Yes.
And the amazing work that she does over there. You kind of brandished like a lot of things when it came to 314 Day. And like I said, that was my first interaction with you, but you've been doing work before that.
Yeah.
And to the manager side. I want to ask you this because you said virtual assistant too. Which one is better for you, the virtual assistant or the business manager side? Like, because that to me, the business manager side is a little bit more work, and that's a little bit more consistent.
It is a little bit more work. I'll be honest with you though. The business manager side I do enjoy because I have a little bit more autonomy. I'm not waiting for them to give me a task. My role there is more so giving recommendations and kind of jumping ahead and saying what's needed. So yeah, it's a little bit more involved. That's why it costs a little more too for that part. But and then like I said, it's more opportunities that come with that because I'm almost like his right hand man, so to speak. So because I'm at different places and this is you're right, my bad. Mankind, but so I like the opportunities, but I won't knock the virtual assistant stuff because I don't have to leave my house at all.
That's true.
I can get that work and I can do it right on the side and be done. So
absolutely. So what's next for you, Ms. Keysha? What can we expect from you coming down in this whole new year?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. Because I do so much with social media, even though my presence is kind of new, I've had people reaching out for social media, and so I've kind of been tricked into starting. Another company. So my homeboy nicknamed me Major Key. Okay. So I went ahead, homage to him, and started Major Key Management. So I'm gonna start rolling that out. I have my friend's niece that she's amazing. I met her on our trip to Jamaica, and when I say we were filming, she was behind me doing B-roll. We thought it was a real trip. So I'm gonna tap her and get her on board to be the person who comes to your house and does a social media day, all that stuff. So I got some plans in the works, of course.
So it's gonna be like whole full-on social media management.
Oh yeah.
Because I need that.
Yeah.
Like.
Everybody's gonna need it because apparently we can't do our business without being on social media now. We have to.
I don't like social media.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
But I had 700 followers last year and I got like 1,400 building organically. Okay. I ain't buying nobody, so.
You don't need to.
And I enjoy it. I make my little reels and have fun and move on. So.
Absolutely. So for those, I want to ask you this last question. For those people who don't know Keysha, what would you say? What would be that thing that people should know about you?
Honestly, I'm everybody's big sis. If you see me around, you kind of notice that I have like a lot of young local artists around that look up to me too, because my sister, Fluid, she's an artist. So I'm...
Fluid is your sister?
Yes, it's my little sister.
What?
Blood sister, yes.
Really?
Yeah, you interviewed her. Look, you ain't even know.
Right.
Yep, that's my little sister.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
so I'm everyone's big sister. So when you see me around, I'm the one that's like, I'm here for the underdog, and that's just how I am.
Absolutely. I love it. So please tell people how they can follow you, how they can get in touch with you, how they can book you, how they can get you for a virtual assistant, possibly business management, all this stuff.
Oh yeah, I do all that. So I am Keysh on basically every platform. So, you know, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, fan base, Cash App. No, I'm just playing. I am Keysha on everything. I have my business link there, so it's Dynamic Integrated VAS. If you go to my Instagram, honestly, my personal website is there, and that'll lead you to my other website. So that's the simplest way, but I'm not hard to find, basically.
Absolutely. I love it. So look, big shout out to our sponsors, TB Studio. Big shout out to Key Productions for putting this all together. Once again, shout out to the cameraman, Andy. Big shout out to T Strong. And look, big shout out to you, the viewer, because I need you, the viewer, to subscribe to the YouTube channel right now on the streets 314. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Make sure y'all tap in with Key. She's doing amazing things, and make sure y'all stay locked in, stay tuned in to Dsmoovee Voice of the Streets.